ready.
All right. All right. Welcome here, ladies. We are so excited that you've joined us today. And today is actually a pretty special day because we have someone special with us that I am so excited to introduce you to. But before we do that, let me tell you a little bit about Fearless Friday because that's what you're joining today. Fearless Friday is a time when we women come together and just spend some time together to inspire one another, to let you know what's out here that's available to you with Happy Healthy Women, and just to give you a taste of what it would be like to be part of Happy Healthy Women and to let you know the resources that are available to you because this is an incredible community, an incredible way to get in touch with women who want authentic, raw relationships, right? Want relationships where we can get together and just share our authentic selves and support each other in whatever way that we possibly can. So, welcome to Fearless Friday and welcome to our incredibly special guest. Today, we have the founder of Happy Healthy Women with us, which is so special because you have really created something incredible for all of us to join. And I'm excited to learn more about that and more about how this whole organization came to be. So, welcome here, Natalie Colalillo from Ontario. And just, yeah, introduce yourself a little bit to us and let us know a little bit about you.
Thank you so much, Meg. And thanks for asking me to be a part of these. I think they're incredible. And I'm honored that you would even consider having me be a part of this. I really appreciate it. So that's going to happen because she sees the
I love it.
neighbor.
I love
Uh, and sorry, you asked me to share a little bit.
it. Just about yourself and a little bit about how you decided to create something like Happy Healthy Women.
Yeah. So, well, first of all, as you said, I live in Ontario, in Toronto, in the West End of Toronto. And a little bit about me. Well, I'm obviously a dog mom, and I am a wife to an actor and singer, musician, um, videographer, all things art and film and music. And actually, that's how we met. We met in Second City. So I used to be an actor myself, and still dabble a little bit, but it's not a full-time gig at all, thank goodness. But yeah, I am all things happiness, health, success, and helping women through all of those things. I really do feel that when we bridge the gap between wellness and success, we can really change the world for ourselves and for other people. And so that's really the basis of Happy Healthy Women. Uh, how it all began. Oh my goodness, how much time do we have? I'll be short. I'll be brief. But basically, when I was 28 years old, I started my own boutique. I grew up in a family of entrepreneurs in retail, and so retail was sort of what I knew. I knew about purchasing products wholesale, and I knew how to sell products wholesale. I knew how to, have four beautiful walls and have customers come into my shop, and that was what I was brought up in. And so I thought, this acting thing is not the space that I want to be in energetically. Working for someone else is not the space that I want to be in energetically. I want to own my own business, and I want to get a dog, and I just want to have my freedom. And so when we obviously, as entrepreneurs, we look at our business as a way to bring us freedom, but sometimes it can turn into the exact opposite. And if we don't have the I guess know-how on how to create that from a place of freedom, and we don't have the community to support us in creating our freedom, what we end up creating is a monster. And that's exactly what happened to me. Or what I did. And I created a life of a lot of work, very little play, and struggle. And I was working 7 days a week. I was burnt out. I was an inch away from bankruptcy and just not in a great place. And so I ended up hitting rock bottom and burning out and having to close every chapter of that. And what I realized was that what I really needed to pay attention to was me and the person that I was and my wellness and my relationships and let success come in a way that was more organic to me. So that's when the idea of Happy Healthy Women came. And we started with 5 women over coffee, at a Toronto coffee shop. And here we are across Canada, going global, attracting women from all over the world. And yeah, making waves, I would say. It's been an amazing journey.
Totally. Oh my word. I love that. And I think so many people could relate to that, where you go, I want freedom and a business will give me freedom. And then all of a sudden realize I've actually created my own prison. Like I'm so stuck. Right. And so what I'm curious about is there's every time you have a fork in the road like that, there's two different directions that you can go into, right? You can go into business sucks. I hate it. I'm going to go get a 9 to 5. Worst thing I ever tried. Or you can go into the path you went to, which was like, oh, I need to do this in a way that gives me the support, that supports other women, that really is something that breathes life into me, no longer the monster that I'm serving here. What is it that made you take that fork in the road? Like, why did you turn that way instead of going into, oh, this is just crap?
Yeah, honestly, it took everything in me not to just say, screw it, 9 to 5 feels easier. I'm just going to go back to working for someone else and get my salary and punching it out and do my thing. Um, but there was something in me, there was a nudge just like burning within me that was saying, please do not do that. Do not do that. Because that for me seemed like the easier path and the easier path to sort of get me out of all the junk that I was going through. And trust me when I say that it was not easy. It took like some days it was even hard to just get out of bed. Like I was embarrassed. I felt like a failure. Like I had all my friends and family coming into my shop and supporting me, and I like did their weddings, like I accessorized all their bridesmaids, and like it was a tough thing to admit to that this did not work. Um, but I would say that like I was just like 10 minutes at a time. Like I just have to deal with this 10 minutes at a time. And so, I remember even just lying in bed and being like, okay, in 10 minutes, I'm going to get up, I'm going to put my running shoes on, I'm going to go down. We had a condo with a gym, and I was like, I'm going to go down to the gym. I'm just going to walk on the treadmill. And then after that, I was like, okay, in 10 minutes, I'm going to call the bank and see what I do about this boatload of debt.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I'm gonna put 10 minutes in front of the other and just go through this. And also I'm gonna start doing things that I enjoy, because obviously that other way was not working. Right. And so what will getting a job for someone doing something that I don't want to be doing, that's just going to be very similar to that other way. And so I
Yeah.
need to figure out what I love and what brings me joy. So I don't know if that answered your question, but
Yeah, no, it
yeah.
does. And what I find so fascinating and why I love Happy Healthy Women so much is because in my perspective, my belief system is that the old way of doing business is dying, right?
Yeah.
Like that old way of showing up in the world and this is how we have to do business. It's literally it's creating exactly what you said. It's creating monsters and burnt out entrepreneurs. That's basically where most of us find ourselves at some point in time, right? And what I love is that what you're doing in the world and what you're doing with Happy Healthy Women is literally restructuring how business is done, where you're doing it in a support system. You're doing it in such a way that you are immersing both the personal and the business so that it's not because right, we do the authentically connecting coffees, which is just, hey, we're coming for coffee, but there's also the business aspect so that those things are combined, so you're getting your cup filled emotionally, you're being taken care of, but you're also doing your business, which I think is an incredible thing. And you're really creating an environment of collaboration instead of competition, right? And I think, like, to me, that's the most special thing, that there's this idea that every single woman in Happy Healthy Women is a woman that I could collaborate with, that wants my success for me and that I want her success for her, right? And that we're constantly looking for ways to go, how can we make each other successful, which is completely different than what the world often will tell us we should do with our businesses, right? Like we should get out there and just crush the competition and like
Yeah.
all this different stuff. And that's such a it just doesn't feel like an authentic way to live because as a humanity we want to be together. So I could not get over my admiration for you when I went, you looked at the old model of doing business and went, that didn't work, so I'm creating a new model. And I have used happy healthy women in so many different talks that I've done or whatever as an example of how to show up in the world in a much healthier way as a business owner. And I absolutely love that. I think there's just so much to admire there.
Aw, thank you. That
Yeah.
means so much because it has been, like every single piece of Happy Healthy Women it has been put in place because it's been a question in my own heart of like, is this the life that I want to live? And what kind of example am I being to other women in business? If this is the life that I'm living, what am I expecting other women in business to do?
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
so thank you for saying that because that really is truthfully it's the part of the business plan, right? It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. It's such a beautiful thing. So, question for you, if someone is new to Happy Healthy Women, if someone is going, oh, okay, this sounds pretty stinking incredible and something that I should look into and something that I should know more about, where do people start? What's the best way for them to start?
Yeah. So great question because it is awesome. And I feel like every woman should be a part of Happy Healthy Women in some way. Just to preface that, we have opportunities or a place for women no matter where they are in their life or in their business. So, we are predominantly a community of women entrepreneurs, but that doesn't mean that women have to be entrepreneurs to come into our community. They can be exactly where they are. Maybe it's women that are feeling like, I don't know, I need something else. I have a spark or a glimmer of something within me. I don't know what it is fully, but I know that I'm made for more, and it's those women that I want to see step into Happy Healthy Women because I have seen women in that place grow to like a fully fledged, fully functioning business, leading branches, just moving and shaking and like speaking on stages. And I mean, not that everybody has to go there, but there's transformation available. So
Yeah.
so where I suggest women go is to our website, hhwglobal.com, and check out some events. Head to some events and see if they are your cup of tea. We have a certain vibe, a certain energy within HHW, and so check it out. Befriend our branch directors because they're all incredible or trailblazers, and see where that place is for you. And also, it's free to be a community member, so they can just pay as they go and come to events. But I would say where the sweet spot is, if you're just getting started, is in our Welpner Club. And so you can join for a free membership and attend events for free or discounted and take advantage of so many tools and resources and just be in the inner circle. It's such a great place to be.
Yeah, I love that. And like, let's be honest, what you get with the Welpner Club is ridiculous. Like,
It's
you get so much. When I looked at that list, I'm like, oh my word, this is just a long list of good stuff.
yeah,
So, like, to me, that's incredible, right? Like, because there are so many talented women that are part of Happy Healthy Women that put on events for people. And when you're a Welpner, you can go to these events and like soak in this wisdom. And like you said, there's transformation available. And you go out there and you listen to these women speak and you listen, to their wisdom and to their authenticity and to their life stories. And you find yourself going like, oh my word, I'm getting clarity on what I want. I'm getting clarity on maybe, what my dreams are, which is just such an incredible thing. I love that. So yeah, totally would agree. The Wellpreneur thing is just absolutely insane. If people are not signing up for that, like you just should.
I know, right?
I know for myself, I started when I moved to British Columbia, where I'm the branch director now in South Surrey. I moved here and I didn't have community because I didn't know anyone. And you didn't have the Welpreneur Club back then, I don't think. And so I started just by going to an authentically connecting coffee. And I don't know how other women feel, but I was so nervous. I was just like, oh, I don't know what it's going to be like. Like, what are people going to be like, et cetera, et cetera. And it was such a wonderful experience. Like you said, there's a vibe, and that vibe is just so authentic. Like it did not matter. Like I didn't have to show up a certain way. I didn't have to be a certain person. I could just come and be surrounded with women that were interested in me and interested in what I was doing and were supportive. And for me, that was just such an incredible thing because that's a community that can be hard to cultivate. you can spend years trying to cultivate that type of community, and to just be able to walk into it is such an incredible thing. And I am that woman that you're talking about. Like, I came and just going like, I'm gonna dabble my feet and, to the book club, or, I'm just gonna dabble, and then like a year later, I'm like, yep, sure, I'll run the branch. This is fantastic. So definitely have had that experience, and loved every minute of it. So for those of you who are watching and hearing this and going, oh, I would love to come, even if you're a little bit nervous, show up and see what we're like. I think that you will find it to be a group that is a lovely additive to your life, whatever you need it as, whether it's as an entrepreneur, as someone who, just is looking for authentic feminine friendships or female friendships, you're going to find it to be a beautiful thing. So, Natalie, thank you so much, first of all, for just creating this community. Honestly, you did it because it was a need in your own life, but you have met the needs of thousands of women because you did that. And that's an incredible thing. And I think that we all want our life to have meaning. And when you look at the impact that you've made, first in Canada and now globally, I think you have a huge reason to be proud of yourself. And honestly, I'm just so grateful to be part of this. And for those of you who are listening, come join us, because it literally is going to be a transformational experience for you to be enveloped in this community of love and acceptance and vulnerability and beauty. So thank you so much, Natalie, for being here. I appreciate it. And hopefully we'll be able to have you on more often and you can share more with us, because I know there was a lot more to your journey as well that we would always love to hear more about. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. And Meg, you're an incredible leader, and I'm so grateful for you literally every single day. You bring so much love and joy to this community. So thank you for all that you do. And yes, come join us, everybody.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. We will see you next Friday at 12 o'clock PST. Big hugs. Bye, everyone.